In this tutorial, we're going to look at the explain question, which could appear in either Unit 2 or Unit 3 of the GCSE English Language qualification. You'll be presented with one text. In this case, we've got an article focusing on the performances of the footballer Gareth Bale, and a question, which starts with the word explain. In this case, we're explaining how Donato, the writer in this case, attempts to defend Gareth Bale in this article. Now, the explain question can be a mid or high tariff question. It can be worth 5 or 10 marks depending on the length of the text. So with this kind of question, key is in the wording of the question. So we need to explain how the writer here defends Gareth Bale. So when we zoom in and highlight sections of the text, we need to make sure that the selection of quotations is really relevant. So we've highlighted that Real Madrid fans need to leave Gareth Bale alone, which of course responds to the demands of the question in how the writer tries to defend Gareth Bale. And we've also highlighted how Donato argues that the criticism of Gareth Bale has got hopelessly out of hand. So once we've chosen our evidence, we're going to be really concise when putting this into a response. If we look at the exemplar here, we've got Donato, so identifying the writer, immediately defends Bale, so focusing on the keywords of the question, by stating that Real Madrid fans need to leave Gareth Bale alone. Embedding the evidence, suggesting such criticism is unfair. And that's a really important part of the answer, because here it's a very short explanation, but for the demands of the explain question, it does the job. And to strengthen the point further, answers got hopelessly out of hand, so we're bringing in a second quotation to really reinforce our point. And that's also useful in this style of question. The key idea to recap here is that the explanation part is brief and concise. So if we look at the explain question, and to recap the top tips for this question, as the question begins with the word explain, there is no need for detailed analysis and evaluation. So short, sharp explanations are the order of the day here. However, it does remain important to select a range of evidence and to stay focused on the demands of the question. Coverage of the extract is also important. Ideally, you need to select evidence from the opening and closing paragraphs of the text to ensure that you've covered all of the key points. You need to use temporal markers like firstly, furthermore, moreover, and later on to show how you track through the extract, and that will help the examiner get a grip on how you've structured your response. So those are the key points for the explain question.